G'day you mob, Pete here, and this is another episode of Aussie English, the number one place for anyone and everyone wanting to learn Australian English. So today I have a Goss episode for you where I sit down with my old man, my father, Ian Smissen, and we talk about the week's news, whether locally down under here in Australia or non-locally overseas in other parts of the world. Okay, and we sometimes also talk about whatever comes to mind, right? If we can think of something interesting to share with you guys related to us or Australia, we also talk about that in the Goss. So these episodes are specifically designed to try and give you content about many different topics where we're obviously speaking in English and there are multiple people having a natural and spontaneous conversation in English. So it is particularly good to improve your listening skills. In order to complement that though, I really recommend that you join the podcast membership or the academy membership at aussieenglish.com.au, where you will get access to the full transcripts of these episodes, the PDFs, the downloads, and you can also use the online PDF reader to read and listen at the same time. Okay, so if you really want to improve your listening skills fast, get the transcript, listen and read at the same time, keep practicing, and that is the quickest way to level up your English. Anyway, I've been rabbiting on a bit. I've been talking a bit. Let's just get into this episode, guys. Smack the bird, and let's get into it. Oh, let me chuck my headphones on without tangling myself up
so
there.
So you can listen to what I'm saying through the system.
I know, so Muppet of the Week. We should call it Muppet of the Week.
No, Idiot of the Week.
Muppet.
Idiot of the Week. Actually,
moron.
Idiot of the Week, IOTW, doesn't work. And if you drop the T to IOW, it's Isle of Wight. And that just doesn't make sense. So, Idiot of the Week and the, by far, clubhouse leader for Idiot of the Year this year, and trust me, we haven't mentioned the United States election. Well, this is our second go at a series of the Goss episodes since the United States elections. We haven't mentioned that. Idiot of the Year, you would think, had to be Donald Trump, but the carry-on that he's done for the last 2 weeks. However, he has been defeated. One of his right-hand men, Rudy Giuliani, who is his own personal lawyer, who has been ranting equally vociferously with his boss about the fraudulent election and everything else, this week came out in a prop-up stand, do your rant with the press there, and he got so heated that he started sweating and his hair dye started running down his face. Now,
on both sides.
Yeah,
like
he had the sort of just 2 lines of black dye running down his face.
It reminds me of The Princess Bride where, what's his name, the Spanish dude or whatever,
Yes.
you kill my father, prepare to die. And he like cuts both sides of his face, I'll give you money.
I have no issue with people dyeing their hair. People can have whatever colour hair they like. People who are aging, and my blonde beard is going to start going grey one day.
See, I feel like this is no problem I'm ever going to have, at least on
exactly.
top. I sometimes see little glints of what I think is silver.
Is silver hair. I have no problem with people dyeing their hair. But go and get a fucking proper dye from a hairdresser, you idiot. Clearly, he went, there's a few silver spots here. And he got the makeup person to sort of run a bit of black dye through his hair before he went out there under the hot lights and is ranting. And he's then dripping. If
you're at the point where you're the lawyer of the President of the United States, why do you give a shit about the kind of colour of
and this
your hair?
guy used to be the mayor of New York.
Yeah.
And he's a right-wing nutjob, but he did an amazing job in New York.
Really? See, I don't know that much
for
about
a
his
while
background.
when he was mayor. Because he basically, this is going back to, why I love and hate Rudy Giuliani. I used to sort of never love, but I used to sort of appreciate the skill of somebody as a politician who, when he became mayor of New York, he basically said, I'm going to have a policy in there that just says, if you do something wrong, we're going to put you in jail. And you go, this is a very right-wing thing to do. But he cleaned up New York. The city of New York just got cleaned up. The crime rate went down. The rate of people coming in and staying there longer as tourists went up and blah, blah, blah. He did a great job there. as soon as he left being mayor of New York, he just suddenly jumped on the lunatic bandwagon of the right side of the Republican Party, right as in right wing, not right as in correct. And he's just become a lunatic.
Yeah.
And do yourself a favour, to quote a very famous Australian TV personality from the 1970s and 80s.
Who was that?
Molly Meldrum. Ian Meldrum, nicknamed Molly for a variety of reasons. But do yourself a favour and just, if you haven't done it, just Google Rudy Giuliani and look at some of the photographs that have popped up in the last week. Every one of them looks like he should be locked up. Yeah, it's like...
Everyone that's been published.
Everyone that's been published. Call the guys with the little white van and the straitjackets and drag him away. And you can't fake this. Yes, they're selective about their photographs, but you cannot look that stupid constantly. And be a sensible human being. So congratulations,
cornered,
Rudy.
Right.
You have the Idiot of the Week, and only Donald Trump whining after December the 14th is going to be the knockoff for Idiot of the Year.
I mean, I think you've already sworn in this one. So
I have.
The situation.
And you can, Francis, you can beep that one.
Nah, screw it. Just leave it in there. It's all
No,
good,
beeping it's even better. Please beep it, because when you beep it, people notice. Oh, what did he say? I'm going to go back and I'll rewind that, and I'll
I don't think Francis watches the entire episode. I'm pretty sure he just sets the audio.
He just sets the audio, lines them up, and goes, "Yeah, stuff it. We're done.
Don't worry about it, Francis. It's fine. It's fine.
White balance it."
But so things are pretty fucked up in the US at the moment.
Pretty?
In regards to the handover, because it seems like, I think I saw that
there is no handover.
Biden just got Georgia.
He won Georgia.
So he's at 300 and something now.
I love this. There's been this whole rant about we need a manual recount in Georgia because we don't believe he won it. He won it by more than previously.
Yeah. Creamed it. He smashed them. What was my point? Yeah. Oh, he's
further ahead.
So it seems crazy. I was listening to Sam Harris's breakdown of this today. It was 30 minutes. I think Sam's reading an essay that he's written, because it's very well put together. So go check it out. Sam Harris
speak
on
very
YouTube.
well, but
he writes very well too. But he was saying that Trump is effectively completely barring Biden from any kind of internal knowledge about the situation of current affairs, in the presidency. He's not giving any funding, I think, which is normally given to the incoming president to get
to start
set up.
To hire people to do the transition.
So he's doing as much as he can to impede this. And Sam Harris was saying this is like the worst shape that the political realm of the US has been in since the Civil War, in terms of how much are you affecting? Like, it seems inevitable now that Biden has won it by not a landslide, but he's won it by a margin that's pretty obvious.
It's a mudslide. Yeah.
And he's going to get into power. And the fact that Trump is holding back all this information and not allowing him to hit the ground running when he takes over is not... It's beyond selfish, because it's putting not just America at risk, but the whole world.
Well, even to the
stability
point where,
of the whole world to some extent.
Allegedly... Trump instructed his State Department to not hand over congratulatory messages that had come from leaders of other countries in the world to Biden.
That's right.
That were inviting him to start to talk about their ongoing relationship. Those messages were being withheld by the State Department on the instruction of the president.
Because it's one of those things where I thought, he's an egomaniac. But
mind you, this can only last theoretically
until January.
And I'm not a constitutional lawyer. I'm not an American. But my understanding is that once the election is declared on the 14th of December, yes, the inauguration doesn't occur until the 20th of January. But once that is declared, then I believe it is possible for any of those departments to actually ignore the president, because he is then a lame duck president.
At least the president who's been voted in.
Yes. To ignore the existing president who says to the State Department, you're not allowed to do this.
Yeah.
If the State Department just says, shut up, we're going to do what we like.
Well, the most offensive thing is just to look at how Obama passed over things to Donald Trump, despite the fact that there was obviously a lot of animosity between the two, and that Obama was probably just like, good God.
Yeah. Where are we going? Down the toilet.
But still,
get me out of here.
Invited them to the White House, handed over the information, gave them money to get set up, did everything like that. And so it is crazy. It's like, how many new depths can you sink to? So it's just astonishing.
And yet, Rudy Giuliani beats him.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right.
A short one, but a
Short
good one.
one, but a good one.
See you guys.
See ya.
Alrighty, you mob, thank you so much for listening to or watching this episode of The Goss. If you would like to watch the video, if you're currently listening to it and not watching it, you can do so on the Aussie English TV channel on YouTube. This is different from the main channel. You'll be able to subscribe to that. Just search Aussie English TV on YouTube. And if you're watching this and not listening to it, you can check this episode out also on the Aussie English podcast, which you can find via my free Aussie English podcast application on both Android and iPhone. You can download that for free, or you can find it via any other good podcast app that you've got on your phone. Spotify, podcasts from iTunes, Stitcher, whatever it is. I'm your host, Pete. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a ripper of a day, and I will see you next time. Peace.